Hi guys. I just wanted to come on here really quick and talk about a topic that I'm very passionate about. I have spent the last year and a half researching it, and in the last 3 months I've actually dedicated a lot of time to it. I know I did a video probably almost a year ago where I addressed this topic, but since then I've actually learned a lot more, and I think some of the knowledge that I shared back then was maybe not 100% accurate. So I'm going to give this a go again. I'm going to try to be as detailed as possible while taking up the least amount of time as possible. So I'm going to start by going back to Europe 1600 or 600 years ago. Back then, the country was governed by common law. Basically, it protected the peasants' little plots of land where they grew their gardens and raised a couple of pigs and their chickens and all that. Protected those plots of land from being infringed upon by the kings and the knights and the barons trying to take over their property. Then in 1666, September 2nd, the Great Fire of London occurred. We know now that that was a planned event by the ruling elite. And in that fire, all the buildings where everybody's records were kept those buildings were burnt down. So after the dust had settled and everything, they basically told everybody, look, your records have all been lost or destroyed. You guys need to all come in and re-register. So everybody came in and didn't suspect anything shady was going on. And that was the very first issuance of the birth certificate. They were similar to the bills of lading that were done up for cargo that was being shipped overseas. So that was the very first step towards transitioning humanity from common law, which is the law of the land, to maritime law, which is the law of the sea. It is also the law of commerce. Now, North America did not adopt the birth certificate until 1876. And even then, there was not wide compliance for it until 1933. Reason being, up until 1933, the banks and the mints and whatever were not allowed to print more currency than what there was gold in the vault to back. After 1933, they said, look, we're not going to worry about backing our currency with gold anymore. We're going to back our currency with people. So how they do that is they harvest our commercial energy, I guess is what you would call it. So for example, by the time you turn 16 or 18 years old, you get a full-time job. Subsequently, you pay income tax, which goes to the government. You need a vehicle to get to work, so you take out a loan and you pay interest on the loan, and you know where that goes. Then you have to fill your vehicle with fuel, and so you pay carbon tax and fuel tax and GST, and well, we know where that goes to. And then you need a home, so you take out another loan to buy a home and you pay more interest, and then you also pay property tax. And then if you sell the home, you pay a capital gains tax, and it just goes on and on and on. There is absolutely nothing we can do in this world that doesn't generate commercial energy of some sort to benefit the government. So anyway, after 1933, the way the government views the birth of a baby, when a mother goes into the hospital and delivers her baby, as far as the government is concerned, she has produced a bar of gold. And that bar of gold is going to back the currency of the country. So then the mother fills out the registration of live birth. And when she does that and sends it into the government, she has basically opened a trust for that bar of gold. Now, according to the laws of commerce, somebody who opens a trust is a grantor. And it is the responsibility of the grantor to specify a beneficiary for that trust. But because our mothers had no clue what was going on, they did not specify a beneficiary. So now we, as the offspring, have until our 18th birthday on our 18th birthday, we are to step up to the plate and claim that trust. But we don't either know what the heck is going on, so we don't do it. Then the government gives us 7 years from our 18th birthday. So that puts us till we're 25. And reason for 7 years is because that's the time period from when a missing person is reported missing until they're presumed dead. So 25th birthday rolls around, we still haven't claimed that security or that trust or whatever. So then government says, well, it looks like this individual died and they're not coming back to reclaim this trust, so they file abandonment papers on that trust. Once a trust has been abandoned, it is very easy for someone else to step up to the plate and reclaim it or step up as being the beneficiary. So at this point, the government does that. They say, well, look, this trust has been abandoned, so we're going to have to step up to the plate and take over here. So by default then, because the government is the beneficiary, then we, in whose name the trust has been made out, we become the trustees. Now, understand this. Our entire country, all the laws, all the rules, all the regulations, it's all based on commerce, and all of those laws are in place for the trustees, to keep the trustees in line. Those laws, rules, regulations, whatever, are not there for the beneficiaries. So now, because the government is the beneficiary and we are the trustees, the rules don't apply to the government agents. They don't apply to, the judges, the police, or whatever, those rules apply to us. So everything is backwards because we haven't stepped up to the plate and reclaimed our securities. So that is actually the underlying reason why there is so much government overreach. And we can, rally and protest and write letters to our MLAs and our MPs and premiers and everything, and we get zero results. I mean, we've all been doing this for the last 2.5 years and nothing has really happened, right? And so the reason for that is because they don't actually have to listen to us. Like, they are the beneficiaries and we're the trustees. So the rules are here for us. That is why nothing is going to change until we actually change our status. And we need to change our status from being the trustee to being the beneficiary. So anyway, I'm not going to tell you how to change your status because I actually haven't changed mine yet, but it is definitely something that I am looking into, and I know that there are people in this country who have actually managed to do it successfully. And once you do that, the government is at your beck and call. There's no more forcing you to do this, forcing you to do that, and you just having to comply and comply and comply. Those days are over then.